Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today I have a bit of a book haul for you. This is actually it's not huge, it's a small pile. Because again, rearranged the bookshelves, trying to make sure we have space. Some of these were already basically on their way to my house when we did this, because a lot of them are the result of the virtual reading retreat that myself, Amanda, Sarah, and Krista hosted in July. So I found all of them on Pango for fairly cheap. But, you know, when you get a bunch of readers together and they talk about awesome books, you can't help yourself. I also have a couple of ARCs that came in the mail yesterday, and I'm beyond excited. The first one was sent to me from Cape Publicity. I've been working with them fairly often. Love working with them, sweet, sweet ladies. But this one is When We Were Enemies by Emily Bleeker. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. So this one really follows around a POW camp. Not a POW camp. Yes, a POW camp that mainly has Italian people in it. And we follow Vivian, who is a small town Indiana girl, but knows how to speak Italian. And so she becomes a translator for them. And also a celebrated singer for the USO. It just sounds so fantastic. So, oh, it's a dual timeline, it sounds like. I should have looked into this before I talked. Yes, so that's the past. We have Vivian in the past, small town girl, USO singer, works at a POW camp. Then we have current day, Elise. Her mother's an award-winning actress. Her late grandmother is a beloved Hollywood icon, but her upcoming wedding coincides with a documentary being made about her grandmother. So she can't escape the camera's gaze, and even in death, neither can her grandmother. So I wonder how they're related, but I'm excited for that one. So the next one I have, super excited about this one. This one also came from Cape Publicity and then Kensington Books. It sounds so cute. The line that got me was, "It's a Wonderful Life meets Groundhog Day." It's about a woman dangerously close to losing all. She receives an unexpected Christmas gift that prompts a surprising journey of self-discovery and another chance at happiness because she goes back in time. It sounds adorable. It's Through the Snow Globe by Annie Raines. So excited to read those. This one is definitely making it onto my Christmas shelf for sure. Then we have all of the books that I bought during the readathon. First one is Greenwood. You probably have heard Melissa over at Libraries and Labradors talk about this quite a bit. This is Michael Christie. This is an epic kind of family saga from what I understand. But it's not like super, super thick. And it sounds like a really just fantastic story overall. So it's the year 2038. Jake Greenwald is a storyteller and a liar, an overqualified tour guide babysitting ultra-rich vacationers in one of the world's last remaining forests. It's 2008, and Liam Greenwood is a carpenter, sprawled on his back after a workplace fall, calling out from the concrete floor in an empty mansion. 1974, Willow Greenwood is out of jail, free after being locked up for one of her endless series of environmental protests. Sorry about the dog. And then 1934, Everett Greenwood is alone as usual in his maple syrup camp squat, and he hears the cries of an abandoned infant. This whole tangle-webbed of family, and it centers all around basically trees, I think. So I don't know, I'm excited. She could stop raving about this one, so I added it to my list. And then the rest of them, I can't remember everybody that recommended them. Oh, I meant to look that up. Anyways, we have The Incarnations by Susan Barker. This one we have, a Beijing taxi driver begins receiving mysterious letters left in his car from someone claiming to be his soulmate. He becomes convinced that he has a stalker. Who could know driver Wang so well and yet be capable of writing the searing letters which speak of shared past and spans over 1,000 years? Wang's previous lives were vividly described by the secret writer, taking him back in time to a spirit bride in the Tang Dynasty, to a young slave on the run, to a concubine plotting to kill the emperor. Each letter feels at once familiar and terrifying as he feels the watcher growing closer and closer. Seamlessly weaving Chinese folklore and centuries of history with a taut story of intrigue, betrayal, and love. Astonishing tale for all agents. Again, I couldn't stop raving about any of these. This one I picked up because it could have, should have, would have been a book I read in the past and I haven't. But need to. Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury, enough said. Book about banning books. Fairly short. I love this edition. Picked it up. Then we have The Vacation by T.M. Logan. 7 days, 3 families, 1 killer. I think they're all it's like isolated thriller. 4 best friends on a dream vacation come face to face with an explosive secret. Dun, dun, dun. We have Chromary. This is by the same author that wrote The Kitchen House, which I absolutely love and adored every page of that book. We have Montana, summer of 1872. Chromary marries Abe Farewell, a white fur trader, and accompanies him to his trading post in Canada. In the spring of 1873, they're preparing to return to Montana when they witness the Cypress Hills Massacre, in which 40 innocent Indians are killed by a drunken gang. Following the massacre, Chromary single-handedly rescues 5 women who are being held captive and abused by this gang. Thus, she sets off a whirlwind of colliding cultures that brings out the worst and the best in the cast of unforgettable characters, pushes the love between Farewell and Chromary to the breaking point. Inspired by the real life of Chromary and endorsed by her great-granddaughter, Crow elders and Crow scholars, it's an epic love story that sweeps across decades, showcases the beauty of the natural world and one woman's heart. So, really excited for that one. And then the last one, a little outside my comfort zone, we have City on Fire by Dawn Winslow. This is part of a series, which I tend to stay away from, but we're going with it. We have 2 criminal empires together control all of New England until a beautiful modern-day Helen of Troy comes between the Irish and the Italians, launching a war that will see them kill each other, destroy an alliance, and set a city on fire. There we go. Again, couldn't stop raving about this one. So those were, oh, and I picked up one more. It's in here because it came from a house that, no judging, must be avid cigarette smokers. And so the book did not smell great. But tip for all of y'all, especially if you're buying off of thrift books and Pango books and didn't realize that, if a book comes in with a funky smell, this method worked for me. I put 2 dryer sheets in the book and put it in a Ziploc bag for, I don't know, I probably left it there for about a week before I tested it, but I don't know how long it really would take, and it smells like my dryer sheets now. So tip for you guys, because this book, I mean, it's gorgeous. And it's, I don't know, there's something about, I wanted this copy. This is Sacagawea by Anna Lee Waldo. Talk about an epic novel. But it's the story of her life. Again, super interested. This was harped about. I'm a little nervous about how big it is. But man alive, have I kind of been wanting to read in this era, obviously. So picked this up, and that little method worked. It smells like my dryer sheets now. So little tip for the day for you. Take that wherever you will for it. Anyways, that was a small book haul that I have. Not too bad. I still have my pile of books that I will be getting rid of. I can show you, as long as I don't make you dizzy. All of those will be slowly uploaded onto my Pango shop. The link is below, so take a look at it as I add a few a day, 5 a day, 6 a day, something like that. So new ones will be coming out regularly with on there, and it also makes sure I can keep up with shipping them as you guys gobble them up, because I'm just trying to help them find a new home. So check that out. Have that link below. Otherwise, if you were at the reading retreat, she can hold on. If you were at the reading retreat, let me know if there's any books you purchased and were influenced to get. Otherwise, if any of these you've read and you want to comment on it, you know where to go in the below. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.